just got to grow a heap of mushrooms and they'll just sell themselves. But the reality is most mushroom farms fail within the first few years. The internet's full of lots of great videos, makes it look super easy. A lot of these videos are from people that haven't actually scaled up to a sustainable business. I'm Russ from Aussie Mushroom Supplies. I've been growing mushrooms for almost 20 years now. We've helped a lot of mushroom farms get started and taught a lot of people how to grow mushrooms. We've seen all the common mistakes most mushroom farms make, so we're going to share with you some of these secrets of why some of these new farms fail. When we first wanted to grow mushrooms and sell mushrooms, there was no market in Australia for mushrooms, so we had to essentially start it and we grew with the market. We've seen quite a few businesses come in, get the great idea, they'll grow a few mushrooms, they throw in millions and millions of dollars, they set up this big scale farm and they've got no one to sell the mushrooms to yet. People don't buy enough, you start having small problems, and then you're not got enough income coming in to supply that large cost to start with, and within 12 months they're gone. One of the other big mistakes that people make when they're starting out is pricing. It's very hard to know your future costs. A lot of people come into it, make this mistake. They just try and make it for a price, and then they're having to grind away 18 hours a day, 7 days a week. They give up after 6 to 12 months because 1, they couldn't sustain working that hard for so long, and 2, they couldn't afford employees because they were doing it for such a cheap price and they couldn't afford the machinery to scale up. So one of the hardest things with scaling businesses is doing it right. There are a lot more costs involved than you realise. When I started, there was no mushroom businesses around, and unless you were a giant button farm buying 500 kilos, 1 tonne of spawn, you couldn't buy anything mushroom related. So one of the most positive things in this day and age is I wish I had back when I started is just go out and buy fruiting blocks from one of your local farms or one of the bigger farms. You can get the variety of different blocks. You can just fruit them in your shed at home and make a small greenhouse humidifier. You can start small and actually see if there's a market in your area before you actually have to go and build something to then start producing. You're getting an idea of what your actual real costs are. A lot of the smaller people, they start off small, they sell everything they can grow. You build up slowly from there, learn as they're going, and they're the ones that generally last the longest. Another big mistake people make is they try and grow every species under the sun. Different mushrooms require slightly different conditions, so that can cause some issues. So you stick with 1 or 2 mushrooms and then scale up from there and see what works in that area you've set up. Unfortunately, everyone thinks that they can start this business, they're going to not have any of the troubles anyone else has. It ain't going to happen to me. I've seen this time and time again. Knowing the right way to do it and then choosing to do something else is the key to failure. Everyone has to go through those hard years, learn those mistakes, because every single one of us makes those mistakes, and you've got to work your way through them. Growing the mushrooms is easy, fun. You've just got to have the passion and the drive just to keep going. Thanks for watching. If you like what you see, like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.